I'm not going to be shying away from the fact that my Danish is horrible. So let's see how we say. How do you say the Danish singer and actor's name, Søren Torpegaard Lund?
Oh, yeah. So you'd say it like this. Søren Torpegaard Lund. The O sound is kind of like the I in bird. So just soften that vowel and you'll be spot on.
All right. Søren Torpegaard Lund. Okay, bird. It's like bird. It looks as though Denmark is actually quite well regarded this year. So, what do we know about Søren? Received training in theatre, dance, and music. Accepted to the musical that musicals. This is quite high in the bookies' predictions. So let's see what we've got. Where's my... Oh, one second. Need to get my keyboard. Do it.
Min krop den skriger, kan du høre den? Jeg burde sige nej, sagde det var sidste gang, men du har mig. Ja, du har mig. Du er så syrlig, du smelter på min tunge, helt ustyrlig. Jeg er så freaking dum, men du har mig. Ja, du har mig.
Okay, some pretty simple themes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a little beautiful pre-chorus. I'm just going to stop it quickly, and usually I pinpoint where these choruses and the ends of sections are, but this is moving so fast through sections. I'm intrigued. This is really high on the odds. I don't know when was the last time Denmark sent an act in their native language. Let's ask our mate. When was the last time Denmark sent an act in their native language in Eurovision? Boom, boom, boom. Bro, do you really need to think about this?
The last time Denmark sent a fully Danish language entry to the Eurovision Song Contest was in 2021. And the duo Fire and Flammy performed the song O Vas på hinanden.
Didn't he just tell me that the O was pronounced as an How can I trust this guy? I can't remember it. Did it even qualify that year, Denmark? Okay, all right. Well, it seems like it was somewhat recently. What really took me was that pre-chorus. There was an ascending melody in that in a major tonality, which really, I think it was beautiful. So we're in C minor, are we? I think it's beautiful. Sorry, when I say minor tonality, major tonality in that, I mean that it does start on that. I feel like it, maybe I was wrong, but I feel like it still starts on that minor chord, but it is really, it's ascending and descending harmonically at the same time using these beautiful major chords. Going to that chord there, beautiful. Hey everyone, editing Mike here. I just realized I gave some inaccurate music information and I don't want to do that. I just said that it was ascending and descending at the same time. Really the biggest thing about that is this part really lifts the song, and it does so by overall ascending. So those people who are more musically inclined or understand a little bit more, I'll just put on screen here, played it in so that you can see it. We've got the bass ascending and moving up, which in essence when a melody or a bass line ascends or goes up, it's synonymous with being lifted, essentially. So I really needed to put that correction up because it pains me when I'm giving wrong information. I really loved that. I love that part, I'm going to say. And whenever that comes back, I feel I'm going to feel that call back to it. Now, I have no idea what this means. Yeah. I wasn't clear whether this was the chorus or not. But what I'm impressed so far with this is, having that build and texture and then bringing it back down where he's expressing that lyric, which again, I don't know the meaning of, and having that big bass synth just holding that sound effect underneath, and it's just him and that. It really brings it back, brings it down, makes it feel a lot more urgent what he's saying. And I don't know what he's saying, but I feel like that is quite urgent. Okay. All right, here's our second verse. Yeah. He's a good singer. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so we don't have that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that even a pre-chorus then? Is that the chorus? I'm so confused. Okay. That high pitch. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right. Like I was listening to that. I feel like I was 3/4 of the way in, waiting for something big to happen. And whilst it half didn't, it kind of did, which is so weird. Where's my keyboard? Oh man, I'm losing everything. I found it. It was literally beside me. I just ran around the whole house. Why would it be anywhere else? And you might be wondering, how would the keyboard just like disappear and go around the whole house if I've been shooting this video? It just so happened that just as the song ended, my camera overheated and turned off. Wow. All right. I'm going to look at some of this. Because usually so luckily I just finished listening to it. I had to kind of go and just wait and then come back and do my analysis. And maybe I took the keyboard somewhere, but this is not about the keyboard. This is about Søren Torpegaard Lund. I found that there was kind of this weird build, but there wasn't, but it worked. This is 100% going to qualify. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This is doing very well in the odds, but I don't think this is going to do as well as people think it is. That's my worry. I think it's going to make top 10 for sure. That chord progression is running underneath, which is really nice. So I interpreted that as a pre-chorus, but it's actually gone straight into the chorus, which I found really weird, which is why I was questioning the structure at the beginning and how long each section was. So that means the verses themselves were quite short. which is really lovely because it's just running throughout. Sorry, I missed one chord. And it's running throughout. I think it's really nice. And that's, in my opinion, what kind of makes this song. Shifting it to this major tonality, which this chord progression and the ascending melody that we hear many times, which I now know as the chorus, that chord progression is going throughout in that last section, which is the chorus again, but it feels uplifting. And that's what I think works. And then vocally at the end, because it's just singing the chorus over and over again. It's nice. Yeah. No, next part. Hear that chord progression still going throughout. Yeah. There. Yeah. So then going straight into that second part of the chorus. And there's this repeated kind of note in the higher pitched synthesized strings. I think it's just that tonic going throughout, which then again creates a sense of urgency. That note that he held and had that slight distortion to his voice, that rough timbre to his voice as he held it, really, really worked. There. And that high pitch, wow. He hits that note. That is like a soprano note, right? Obviously in his falsetto, but really strong falsetto. And that's the part which is going to be blowing people away from here. Because we've heard the chorus several times, that part of the chorus. And this is the last time I think it plays and he's kind of singing this melody over it. Then it goes into... And that repetition with the build, that's going to get people. And that's what got me. And obviously not just that, holding those longer notes, that amazing register, the high-pitched register that... What's his name? Søren. That Søren is achieving is going to tear down the roof. But I don't think this is going to win. And I think it will, there was no doubt in my mind it's going to make top 10. And it may scrape top 5. But I don't think it's going to make top 3. Yes. Yeah. This is the moment. I don't know. Because I know I sound critical of it when I say this is not going to get top 5 or potentially not going to get top 5, but not because of the quality of the song or what it is. Don't get me wrong. I am wary about how use of language which may not be understood affects the song. Now, that's notwithstanding, of course, Portugal's achievement in 2017, which is an exception. However, what this has going for it is the simple melody that we've spoken about, and then those two melodies. And if that can stick in people's heads enough, and I'm not sure how much it will if people who are voting just off listening for one time, I'm going to be walking away singing that. However, for the everyday listener, I am worried That's all. So let me know. That's why I wanted to let you like what you think. Have you grown to love this song, or did this get you on a first listening? And we need to be so careful about growing to love a song versus a first listening, because the more you get to know about this artist, the more you get to know about the meaning of the song, I'd imagine, and the more you hear it, the more you hear all of the incredible features of it. And we've just started scraping the surface. So let me know in the comments, did this instantly become your favorite from a first time, or have you grown to love this? And that's going to give you the answer of how will this really perform? Because he's an incredible singer, incredible performer. It is such a creative, interesting song. The way that it builds, the use of bringing back the texture and getting thicker, especially at the beginning. Got a nice texture, thicker texture, and then see what happens here. And I think that's really smart. That is really smart, because we've just heard that beautiful melody I was talking about. And like I said earlier, he was telling us a message here. He's giving us something, and we need to hear that message. And so that use of technique in taking that texture away, bringing it down, and only adding that kind of distorted bass held synthesized sound underneath really highlights this message and highlights the importance of that melody, which we're going to hear again later. And I'm worried that from a language perspective, not because it's just in Danish, but because there are no particular words which are jumping out that a non-Danish speaker can cling on to, if that makes sense. Such as, I mean, this one didn't win, but barabarabastu, for example, for Sweden last year. Simple words that a speaker of any language can replicate. Obviously, it's not the case for everything, but in this day and age, that's what often catapults songs into the winning position if they're not in English, which kind of sucks because English should never dominate. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.